Hey YouTube, it's me, Brenda White, and today I'm going to be giving you all a tour of behind the scenes of Clawdeen'S thrift shop, which is a video of 2 episodes that I have been doing this whole week. I did the first episode a day ago, and then I did the second episode today, and I might be doing the 3rd episode tomorrow, so make sure you watch my videos. Make sure you watch Clawdeen'S thrift shop episode 1 and episode 2. It's pretty funny. I mean, I did add some curse words in there to make things seem a little, more interesting. That's not the usual. That's not something I usually do. But, based off of the attitudes that they have in the video, I added some curse words in there so it can sound like they're very, very angry. I didn't do that to offend anybody or any of my fans that watch my videos. I just did that so then it can really sound like, they're really angry and they have a lot of attitude in them at the time period. So make sure you watch it because it's very interesting and both of them are very good episodes and I think you guys are going to like it a lot. And I'm very excited to do the 3rd one tomorrow. And make sure you watch the 3rd one tomorrow after I upload it on my channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe and tell me what you think about the episodes. Okay, well the 2 episodes so far because I haven't done the 3rd one yet. So I'm going to be showing you behind the scenes of Clawdeen'S thrift shop. Do you ever want to know what it's like behind the scenes of a show? Well, Clawdeen'S thrift shop is a doll show that I do on my YouTube channel, and I got finished doing 2 episodes so far, and I know all of you are very interested to know what it's like to be able to see behind the scenes of it. So I'm going to show you basically everything I do, how I set up everything, and all this other stuff. So I hope you guys are very excited, and let's get started. So for this black border thing, I use it to block the wood wall back here, or else you guys would just be looking at a wood wall the whole time. And that's pretty boring. And also, another reason why I have this black border back here is because this big black thing that I tape the video on top of is actually a bin. It has a hook, you can pull it, and it's stuff inside of it, but I filmed the show on top of this bin. And because the bin have a little crack behind it and the dolls can fall easily through it, because they did earlier before I started filming, when I was practicing before I did the actual video, they were falling through the crack. So to prevent that from happening while I'm doing the video or the show or whatever you want to call that, I add this black border back there so I won't have to be concerned about them falling through the crack. So most of the time that is very important to use the border, so I won't have to worry about them falling so many times. Because I want to be able to concentrate and focus on what I'm doing, but if they're constantly falling back and forth through the cracks, it's going to be hard for me to concentrate. So, that's the reason why I did that, which was a pretty good idea. Most people would have never thought of that. So, that's what I use that for, and I think I'm going to continue to do that for more of the episodes that I'm planning to continue doing. So, for the 2nd episode, which was not in the 1st episode, was this piano right here that Gabby is standing next to. So, I stick with her real actual name for the show. She doesn't have a fake name for the show. Only one character do, which is Briar. She plays as Melody in the show, because Melody is a different type of character that doesn't have a real name of my actual doll, because her real name is Briar Beauty, but her real name is not Melody. Melody is just a character that she plays in the show Clawdeen'S thrift shop. Okay, so right here where right here where Gabby is standing. See, Abby and Gabby, I get them confused a lot at times. Right here where Gabby is standing, next to her, it's a piano. This piano, a lot is going to be happening with it in the 3rd episode, and what I mean by that is that someone's going to walk into the store and try to steal it, and then they're going to, it's just going to be a lot going on. I can't really tell you what's going to happen after that, because it's a surprise, and you have to see that for yourself, but I know that a lot of things are going to be very interesting going on in the next episode, which will be the 3rd episode of it. So, this is usually how everything is set up. Usually, Gabby is usually standing right here. That's her spot. They all have a specific spot where they're supposed to be for the film, and I usually have to set them up there in that spot before I start filming, because I can't wait until the last minute to do that. So usually Gabby is standing right here. That's her location. Rebecca's usually right here, sitting back here on this blue chair right here. And it's a little chair, but she's able to fit on it easily, so I don't really have a problem sitting her on the chair. I mean, she's not always on the chair all the time. She's not always sitting on it all the way, but you can't really tell when I'm filming it, because I don't spend too much time showing her on camera. Because not all of the scenes that I film include her all the time. So that's the reason why I don't show her too much. So you'll never recognize if she's sitting on the chair all the way or not. But sometimes she's not, but it really doesn't matter. So, Briar plays Melody, and she just purchased this purse on the first episode. And I don't know if you guys heard about it. In the second episode, you saw that Abby pretty much came up with a lie to say that Melody stole the dress that was on the pink pole right there. But she actually didn't. She actually bought the dress. She didn't steal it. She actually bought it with her own money. But Abby doesn't know that, and that's the reason why she assumed that she stole it, even though she really bought it with her own money. Even though, if that was vice versa, Abby wouldn't have bought it. She would have stole it, because she's mean like that. And it doesn't make sense why she's mean to all of her friends, and her sister doesn't even like the way how she's treating the girl. That's the reason why her sister's been so negative to her. So usually, Abby don't usually be in all the scenes, so usually she's either just walking in the... She's either just now walking into the shop, or she's already at the shop. But usually she's just now walking into the shop. So here I have her standing next to her sister, but if I was filming one of the episodes, she wouldn't be next to her sister. She'll either be leaving the shop, or she'll be in the shop causing drama, like she pretty much did in the first episode and the second episode, if you watch it. Melody usually walks into the shop. She's either walking into the shop to buy something or to look at something she's interested in buying. She never comes in the shop to start any drama, but usually when she's coming in the shop to do her own little thing, whether it's to buy something or to say hello or talk with the girls, which is Clawdeen'S friends that are really nice to her, unlike Abby. Abby always ends up coming in the shop, starting drama with her, screaming, yelling at her, you know, just causing drama with her. But the second episode is very funny towards the end, because Melody just come out of the middle of nowhere and starts acting like a wild animal. She just attacks Abby and takes all her anger out on her from everything Abby put her through. And she's just like, I'm tired of you blaming me for this. I'm tired of you bothering me. I'm da-da-da-da-da. And she just starts attacking her. You'll see that throughout the very end of the video on the second episode if you watch it. And make sure you do, because it's very interesting and funny at the same time. And if you laugh, I'm going to laugh right along with you guys, because that's that at that time period when Melody did that pretty much was funny. And usually what I do is after I get finished videotaping the episodes, I watch it myself to make sure I did everything right. And if it looks pretty much good to me and nothing looks wrong or out of place or anything, or there's nothing I have to really go back and fix, then that's when I go upload it onto my YouTube page. So there's a lot of things I have to do before I upload it, and then there's a lot of things I have to do after I upload it. So we have Rebecca. She plays as one of Clawdeen'S friends, and they are Abby's friends, but it's just that Abby's very mean to them. So they're at the point where they don't even want to be friends with her anymore. It's like every time she gets attitude, or every time she comes in the shop and bothers someone, it's just whatever. Everybody gets annoyed by it because she does it so much. And every time she comes in the shop, she's always starting trouble with somebody. Whether it's all the girls or it's Melody. Usually it's Melody and all the girls. At first, it just doesn't make sense, because as soon as she walks into the shop, she starts picking at Melody. And then after Melody, then she goes after all the girls. And I'm just like, I don't understand her character at all. Even though that's the type of character she's supposed to be for the show, but I just don't understand her character at all. How do you go from messing with one person, causing trouble with one person, and then going on to the next person? I mean, that is just crazy. I don't even understand why she would do something like that, but okay. It's pretty funny at the same time. I enjoy, controlling the voices of all the characters. I'm pretty good at it. I've been doing it for a long time. She's pretty much a major mean girl in all the scenes and all the parts of the two episodes. She pretty much just been a mean girl from the first time I started doing the first episode. And before I even started, filming the episodes, or before I even thought of the idea of doing a Clawdeen'S thrift shop video like this that I can previously do all the time throughout, you know, do different episodes with it, like pretty much the idea that I came up with. I already knew who I wanted to play the mean girl. Because, I mean, she looks so innocent based off of the way how she's designed. Most people probably see her not being a mean girl, but I mean, a lot of times when I have done videos like this, she's always played as a mean girl, so it's crazy, but funny at the same time. I play that part very well because I know a lot of girls that are very mean out there. And it's pretty easy to play a mean girl part or a mean girl role, whatever you want to call that. But most of the parts are funny but interesting at the same time. But yeah, like I said, she goes after Melody first as soon as she walks into the shop, and then she goes after all the girls. Melody could just be walking right in saying, "Oh, I want to buy paper," or something like that, and she just grabs the paper and want to buy that. But it could be anything. Soon as Melody walks into the store, she just starts messing with her. And sometimes if Melody just walked into the shop and Abby didn't even get in the shop yet, as soon as she gets in, well, whatever she says, she always starts off something to make it seem like she's not causing trouble, as if she's coming in there just to have a normal conversation, but then she ends up bothering the girl. I just don't understand. And it's not even about the whole boyfriend situation. Maybe it still is to her, but I don't know. We'll have to see on the 3rd episode tomorrow. I don't know, but it's getting funnier every time. Then we have Gigi, and then we have Clawdeen. So, Clawdeen plays as the cash register, which is usually the girl that sits right here on the purple chair. So, it's a purple chair. Then, I have all the items of different choices of things that they can buy, such as paper. Well, the new thing is paper. Then, it's that plant that just fell. Then, it's the neck piece. And then, it's this little ring right here. That's also a new thing I added. Then we have, as we go down lower to the shelves, these are just all different types of things that they can buy when they come to the thrift shop. Because at Clawdeen'S thrift shop, specifically at her thrift shop that's in her name, you can pretty much come into the shop and buy anything you want to buy. And then we have some heels down here. We have some boots, another pair of boots, a belt, and then a trophy. I don't know who would want to buy a trophy, but I guess we can say that that's an option. And then we have the plant back there that fell that you also can buy. And then the pole is basically Briar Stand. See, that's the plant right there. It's Briar Stand, and we use Briar Stand to put all the different dresses on there that the girls might want to buy. Because they had a fashion boutique coming up, and they were going to buy, you know, I'm guessing Abby said she was going to buy the dress. But if she was really going to buy it, she would have bought it. But Melody beat her to it. Yeah, so it's pretty funny. Anyway, then I have the beanbag chair right here that most of the different characters sit on. And sometimes it's either Abby or it's one of the other characters. But I'm going to have new characters on the 3rd episode. More new characters to add to more of the episodes to make it more interesting. Then we have Gigi carrying around this big, gigantic, shimmery bag. And then we have Melody carrying around that little bag that looks like it can barely fit that much stuff in it. It's pretty much full. And then we have this Monster Inc. pillow that Gigi carries around with her. And then our 2 new characters will be these 2, which is Venus McFlytrap and this young woman right here. She's actually a grown woman. She's going to be another grown woman that's going to be helping out in the shop. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.